the most expensive fine you can face here in Texas when your car is parked, parking illegally in a handicapped space. But since that fine went up to $500 after the last legislative session, the number of tickets here in Travis County still doesn't seem to be going down. Most of the violations are coming from county buildings all around the area, where there's a 7-year wait for parking permits. KXAN's Josh Hinkle investigated Austin's hotspots for handicapped parking violations.
Checking the plates, the plates are not handicapped.
Part of the handicapped parking patrol.
I check in the rearview mirror looking for a placard.
Patty Barton scours those spaces meant for disabled drivers.
This person is legally parked.
Her volunteer group issues $500 tickets for people who park there illegally.
When I go to the malls, if I'm out shopping, I'm always looking for the cars, and there's days with nothing to do, and I will get my car and just go looking.
Barton works for the district attorney's office, and on her lunch break, she walks around the old county courthouse and often finds offenders.
And it's very hard to find parking around this area.
The city's handicapped parking hotspots include the county courthouse, the state office building at 4th and Guadalupe, the Secretary of State's office at 11th and Brazos, and just north of the Capitol. Most violators are government employees left without much parking for work, especially those spaces close by.
Some people say, I'm sorry, I was just, only going to be here for a second. So I hear all kinds of excuses.
Clearly and obviously, this is not going to be a high priority for any law enforcement agency versus the other duties that police officers have.
Travis County Constable Bruce Elfant started the Citizen Volunteer Program 5 years ago after his officers saw so many violations they couldn't keep up. The fine started at $50. As it increased, surprisingly, so did the number of tickets the group issued. So last legislative session, Elfant spearheaded a bill to force the fine up to $500. So far, that new statewide law seems to be working, but not by much.
My hope is that in not too many years, this program will no longer be needed because people will respect other people's needs for these spaces.
See if it's a handicapped license plate.
Martin's been doing this for 3 years and plans to sign up for another round. She says if the ticket teaches a lesson, she's done her job well.
There's no excuse to take a handicapped spot.
That was Josh Hinkle reporting. If you'd like to volunteer to help catch the violators, the next application due date is next week. We have a link to that in the local news section at KXAN.com.